now. And I think something will happen. We'll have a monetary reset or something will happen. And here in Canada, we are not in a good position because our central bank, the Bank of Canada, doesn't have any gold reserve. So if we have a new monetary system...
You have no gold reserves?
No gold reserve.
Why?
They sold all that.
They sold your gold reserve?
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of your treasuries, but we don't have any gold.
No.
We are the only central banks, the only one in Western worlds that doesn't have any gold.
But Canada is a huge gold producer.
Yes, at least we can produce gold. Yeah,
a lot of gold. Yeah, you have actually some of the I think you've got some of the deepest gold reserves in the Canadian Mint.
Yeah.
Of course, your gold 1 ounce coins are currency or investment.
Yeah.
For people around the world, that's interesting.
But our central bank doesn't have any gold. So
who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, but. They decided to solve all that a couple of years ago. And now we are in a very bad situation because I believe that, the role of the US dollar will be very different.
Yes, that's
something will happen to solve your problem about, the manufacturing sector.
It's a blessing and a curse. No, that's right.
Yeah.
Having the world's reserve currency is... And once the war in Ukraine started and sanctions were used as a weapon, the dollar was used as a weapon. It was the end of the long term. It was the beginning of the end of the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, the de-dollarization is coming, and it's happening right now. So it's a question of time. But I understand that President Trump wants to do the transition. But it will hurt. It will be difficult.
Yes, it will.
And I agree with him about his end goal to have manufacturing sector back in the U.S. I want the same in Canada, and so we must have a real good economic policies. And the way to solve that, we have our Bank of Canada. Did the same thing like the Fed during COVID-19. We printed a lot of money. Now we have that inflation. And I'm the only politician who's saying, we need to have a zero inflation target with the Bank of Canada. Our Bank of Canada has a target of 2% inflation every year. 20% inflation, Tucker, is bad. 2% inflation is bad. We need to have zero inflation. Like that, everybody will keep their purchasing power. And so, and if you want to have that, you need to have a balanced budget. So we balance the budget in first year. We tell the Bank of Canada a zero inflation target. We have surplus, and all the surplus must go to lower taxes to Canadians. And, a flat tax on business, no more capital gains tax. That's our proposal for Canadians to have a better and a more productive economy. Poilievre won't speak about that. Carney won't speak about that. But we need to tackle that. President Trump is doing that right now. He's trying to do that right now. There's a cost to that, but at least he's not kicking the can down the road
for sure,
like everybody did before him.